All right, welcome everyone to the Trauma podcast. I don't know if we're gonna change that name up, but that's what it is for now. This is the first episode. If you don't know, I am Trauma Entity. Some people call me Ant, they call me Entity, call me Unk, which is crazy, but Unk's cool. Unk's a good one. Big Bro is my favorite. Shout out my guys, shout out my little bros. But kicking off our first ever episode of the podcast, we have my main man right here, Mr. Vandal. But if you don't know him by that, you might know him by, Nolan or maybe the Goach or King of Swish, whatever else they call you, man. I mean, the man. I don't. Ooh.
The
It's
man.
Halloween time, the man. People don't know about the man, so we'll keep that
I don't know about
to
the man.
ourselves. But if you know, you know about the man. But, welcome to the show, man. It's great to have you. How you feeling?
Oh, it's good to be on here, brother. First one, man. Oh, man, gotta set the tone. You know what I mean? Gotta set the tone. But people have been saying this is a good idea. Especially Tyler. So I think that the Trauma podcast is a great idea, bro. It's gonna be electric.
Oh, yeah. Shout out my guy Ty, man. He was preaching about this for years, just about, bro. But let's get into this. So, get a little intro. And so, I guess, just real quick, since this is the first episode, I guess the main purpose here is kind of getting our guests here, members of Trauma, showing off their personality. I know a lot of people know of Vandal, of Nolan, but not many people really know who Vandal or Nolan is. So, and you're pretty popular amongst pretty much everyone in Trauma. You got different little cliques kind of rock with you. Like you hang out with these guys, hang out with these guys, whatever. So I think this is a good first episode. So let's get into it. We have more guests coming for sure, but we'll start off with my main man, Vandal. And to start us off, man, go ahead and tell the people at home, how did you first get into gaming?
Damn, bro. I was just a little kid, bro. Just a little kid, man. I don't know if y'all know, bro, but these are these things called Game Boys. Okay, Game Boys. I had a Game Boy Color and I had a Game Boy Advanced. And I don't even remember the first game I played, bro, but it was like this little side scroller. Like, the normal, like, looks like Mario, you just hit
Yeah.
buttons and yeah, but I had a Game Boy, bro. But my first ever console though was an Xbox original. And I had Halo, the Master Chief, it was Combat Evolved. It was Combat Evolved was the
CE.
first one. And that was the first game I actually played. That's the one I'll count, the first actual game. And I was like 7. I think I was like 7. But yeah, man. Like Halo mesmerized me, bro, for FPS. For sure.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, that's an all timer, bro. That original trilogy,
I
all
know, bro.
timer.
Hey, nothing beats the third one though, I'll tell you that. Nothing beats the third one.
Hey, I'm
So
more of a Halo 2 guy myself, but
yeah, that's
Halo 3 is
fair.
up there for sure. But you spoke about the Game Boys, man. You said it like a lot of people wouldn't know, but you know what's crazy? We might be at that point where some of these guys don't even know what a Game Boy is or never held
Yeah.
one. Like I had one and I was maybe we are on, but I had one in
Yeah.
like 5th or 6th grade, maybe. Like it was pretty back in the day. So that's funny you even mentioned that, bro. I probably have it somewhere, like a Game Boy Color or
Yeah.
Game Boy like SP or whatever. I don't remember what they were called,
They'll
but
probably know the PSP, but a lot better though. The
PSP
PSP.
short lived. That was a goat too,
Yeah.
man. I had a lot of I had like the Warriors game on there. I had you ever seen the
No way.
Warriors?
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
No way you had that on there, bro.
peak,
I had
bro.
the Scarface game, bro. I was running the Scarface game. I love
Jesus
Scarface.
Christ. Yeah, shout
Yeah.
out my uncle, bro. That was his. Gave it to me. I was like, the Warriors. We get that, bro. Big unk, but
Big Unk, bro. Bless up, Big Unk. Crazy.
but so besides COD, I mean, what were some of your favorite games growing up? You mentioned Halo. Was there anything else that really you were super into when you were first coming
Yeah.
up?
Yeah, bro. The games I remember the most, which I ended up getting them like later on, like a couple years ago. Grab by the Ghoulies. I don't know if y'all know that one. Grab by the Ghoulies. We got Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. That's one of my favorite ones. Um, and you'd be like, what is that? Those were super uptime. Those were popular back in the day, bro. They were so popular. But man, the Oddworld, I can't even describe it to you guys, but you don't even know what it's like. But it's like this third person game, and you just go around and just, I don't know, bro. There's like evil corporations and stuff like that. But I'm more into those story games, those
Right.
story-rich story games.
Yeah, I'm looking up Abe's Odyssey right now. These graphics are
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know. Yep. Yep. Hey, but this is like Xbox original, so you're like, back then you're like, whoa, this is realistic, man. Wow. You're like, that's what you're saying. You're like, damn, we in the game.
That's what I always tell. It is Halloween time, right? Right now it's October 15th when we're recording, so it's pretty close to Halloween. I always like make fun of my mom for being older, obviously than me, And I always tell her like,
Yeah.
damn, that was in like the 40s, like when you were alive, right? Obviously, it was not in the 40s, but like we
Yeah.
would mention how like the old graphics for the horror movies, like the Jason movies and all that. She's like, back then,
Yeah.
you're like, man, like that's. Or my dad too, like that was real shit right there.
Real
That's
shit.
top of the line. You look at it today, you're like, bro, it's like,
Yeah. You're like, yeah, bro.
yeah,
Sure, bro.
this is
Some
a
dude was
good
like
guy,
that.
man. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. The potato sack on his head, bro,
Yeah,
just walking anywhere
yeah,
else.
bro,
I know exactly what
literally.
you're telling you. I just, yeah, bro.
This was peak back in the day. Like, all right,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever floats
But
your
like,
boat,
you know
man.
what I mean? People who are younger don't know that, but they'll have a moment. They'll have their moment. Like everyone has their moment because when you get older, you're like, damn, bro, that's
Yeah,
crazy looking back. I'm never touching that again. But
yeah.
like,
Even
damn,
some
that
like
time. Right.
games, I guess, looking back now, like some graphics aren't that great. Which is like shout out to whoever did the Master Chief Collection and remastered those games because I mean they
Yeah.
needed a touch up bad, you know. So
Well, they don't really do that well on remasters nowadays, bro. Like they put a lot of like bad effort into their remasters. Like not just like them, but everybody.
yeah, well, those Halo
Even
ones
the
were peak.
Rockstar.
Yeah,
Remember Rockstar
mm-hmm.
not too long ago? Yeah.
That's how it is, man. But I don't know. That's just crazy thing about
Mm.
it now. How like stuff that we used to really like back then, it's like, damn, it's kind of whack, bro. Like you
I
look at
know
it
it
today,
is.
it's
Yeah.
like I used to be really scared of it, Pennywise the clown, the
Yeah.
original 1990 series. I think like everyone who knows me knows
Ooh.
that. And but looking back at it, like recently, especially compared to the new it that came out 2017, 2019, like it's like, bro, how was I ever afraid of this? Like the CGI
Yeah.
is horrible. Like you know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
I don't know, right? Just
Hey,
something like that. It's crazy.
I'm with you, bro, because you can call Cap. I thought the same way. I thought the old Pennywise was super scary. When they announced the new like movies,
Yeah,
I was like, nah, there's no way they beat that, bro. That dude was terrifying.
yeah,
That's what I thought. But then it came, I was like, oh yeah, these are better, bro. These
yeah.
are
Yeah, there was a scene in the new one where he came out of like the projector screen, and that one like got the biggest crowd reaction when we were watching the theaters, and it was
Yeah.
like, damn, bro, like that was the scariest part, and it was like it wasn't as scary to me as like something back then, but it's like it was infinitely just like way better graphics compared to what I saw back then. But like
Yeah.
maybe just because we were kids, I don't know, you don't know any better, but
Yeah.
the
I mean,
graphics
maybe
were
we'll say that
crazy.
about it in like 20 years. The new ones, you know?
I think
Yeah.
people are saying about that now, probably. You know, like they
Yep.
probably are, bro. It's
Yep.
just, we just get older every year, bro. Technology gets crazier, and you get left behind, I guess. But um, let's move on here. So, how was your life outside of gaming? I mean, what were you back then growing up? What were you really doing if you weren't getting on the game?
Dude, I lived in a farm town, man. So I would just, me and a couple boys lived out on the farm. We would go around and just take my buddy had a golf cart. So we'd go around and just take our golf cart and just go shoot golf balls, bro, around like literally the town because the outskirts is really the town because the town itself, inner, is
Yeah,
super small. Like it's like 4 blocks, 4, 5, 6 blocks. That's a town. But, bro, we'd just go around abandoned houses. We'd go to the lake. Man, I'm just like a country boy at heart, to be honest, bro. I mean, even my boys, we play with instruments and shit. I had a trumpet when I was growing up.
really.
I had yeah, I had what was those electronic pianos called? What do you call those again?
Damn. I'll look it up.
Xylophone? Am I
I know
tripping?
what you're talking about. I just don't want to say it wrong in front of everybody.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, dude, we just messed around with a ton of stuff. Uh, I like to play sports. Had a couple buddies that live about 10 miles away, and they had a trailer park, but they'd have a nice field where you could play backyard football. So we played backyard football like every weekend.
Yeah.
So that's what we'd be
Damn.
doing, yeah. Tackle football. Not like too crazy though, but we were little kids, so it wasn't it's you don't really get hurt, You don't really
Yeah.
get hurt like that.
Yeah. Nah, you could. Kids could. They could take a hit back in the day, man, for
Yeah.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. I looked up the keyboard. All I saw was digital keyboard, electric keyboard. That's probably not what it is. But that's the only thing I could
Yeah.
find without sounding crazy. But not for sure. I think. See, you're just a couple years older than me, but I feel like sometimes that matters because like people who are 2 years younger than me kind of have a different experience growing up. You know what I mean? Like every 2 years or so, maybe even two, three
Yeah.
years, like a little different experience. But you mentioned you would go outside and stuff, and maybe that's just because you kind of had to, right? Like you also, I know you didn't
Yeah.
have the best internet back then and stuff, so it's not like you could just hop on the game and play some online stuff. But I feel like kids aren't really going out a lot, man. Like, it's just no one's really going outside.
Damn.
No one's, especially like football. Like, no one is going outside playing
No.
backyard football. Like, even myself, I didn't have like the neighborhood wasn't coming together and playing all together, you know. But like I had friends and we'd always be outside or whatever. Like me in general, I'd be outside, be trying to learn how to ride a bike or do whatever, right? But like now
Yeah,
it's like no one's doing any of that, bro. Like it's
I
kind of
know,
crazy.
bro.
You can go
Oh,
touch
I
grass
had
in
a
VR now, bro.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I mean, back then I didn't have the internet when I was a kid, but me and a couple buddies we'd go get a marker, we'd put an X on my garage and throw a football at it from like 20 yards away, and so you could be the most accurate. You know what I mean?
Jesus,
We
yeah.
go down to the we'd find so much stuff to do, man. It's so easy to find stuff to do. You just turn off electronics, bro. Like I guarantee you, if some people like power just went out, bro, like in their home with their friends or something, they'd have the most crazy fun. You'd
Yeah.
find something to do, bro. You'd find something to do, you know.
Like,
So
I can hear Sonoma already saying, "Damn, these guys are old, bro." Like,
yeah,
calling us because, like, bro, we were down bad, I guess, right? There was moments like
yeah,
that, especially if the internet went out. It's like, oh, dude, we're cooked. What do
Mhm.
we do now? And you gotta
Yeah,
go outside and do all that. But that's funny you say that, bro, because I know not a lot of people. I mean, I don't even know if Sonoma went out the house. You know what I mean? Like, because you didn't
yeah,
have to, bro. You know, like you could stay in all day, bro. If something went out, like the
yeah.
internet went out, can't get on the game, bro. Let me just pull out my phone. Let me get on TikTok all day. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Get on like,
Phone? What phone?
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what phone? What are you talking about?
yeah,
There no phone back then. The closest thing you got was those little, what were those little Nintendo 3DSs where you could send messages and have
yeah.
friends? That was the
Mm-hmm.
closest thing to a phone back then, bro. That was the closest
Yeah.
thing. People were taking pictures on them, but like nobody was doing it like that though. But like that's the closest thing you got, bro. With those Nintendo like
Yeah.
3DSs.
I think you had to be in like a chat room too, so it's like you had to be
Oh
you
yeah.
had to be you had to be in the same room, bro. It was kind of pointless,
Yeah.
but like in class, it was kind of cool, I guess.
And that was like having a phone back then because
Yeah.
people had the Nintendo 3DSs, and if you didn't have one, you'd be feeling left out, like like bro, it's like that was like
That's
the phone
crazy,
back then,
bro.
because when you were growing up and you wanted a nice phone, that's how it was,
Yeah,
with
that was the
with people.
iPhone, bro. You needed the new iPhone
Yeah,
stat. Like,
yep.
that's
And guess
crazy.
what? I guarantee I'll go a step further. I don't know if people know what iPods are now. I had an iPod back in the day. We're getting to that. We're getting to
Oh
that age.
man,
What's an
that is
iPod?
true,
Yeah, what's an iPod? iPad? Is that what you meant to say?
bro.
Like, nah, bro.
The iPad kids, bro. Nah, iPods were elite, bro. We used to.
Yeah,
I think my dad used to like put movies on there. You know, I don't
yeah.
even think you were supposed to be able to do
No,
that,
I
but
don't think so, bro.
let's
The
cut
best thing you
that
can
out.
do is watch
Actually,
movies, music videos, right? That was
yeah,
like the yeah.
yeah, that's what we'll say. He'll put some music videos on. That's what it was. Definitely wasn't movies, bro. My memory must be
Yep.
shot, but
Yeah, definitely not.
he definitely wasn't the Simpsons and stuff on there.
You can
But
get grilled for that one.
yeah, but I mean, right now, we spoke about when you're younger, but right now, do you have any? Are there any other hobbies that you're really into, or maybe you play sports? Like, obviously, I play basketball on the weekends and stuff, like for leagues. Like, is there anything you really do besides gaming right now?
I mean, dude, I need to see the guitar behind me. I play guitar. I picked that skill up like 3 years ago. I had a bass guitar, and then I was like, you know what? I'm kind of an acoustic guy, so I just picked up an acoustic, bro. I mean, you saw it on another video I made about my favorite artist is Kaleo. They inspired me to play guitar because I was really a big fan of their riffs and like
Yeah,
how they play guitar. I was like, oh, I want to play guitar like that. That is really really cool. So, I picked up guitar, but I don't really collect anything. But me and my boys go out to the mountains sometimes and we'll just have a good time. Camping, I guess. I didn't camp when I was a kid, but I kind of go camping a lot more now than I used to. Dude, I just, it's kind of like when you used to be someone who would stay around where you're from, because I grew up in a small farm town. I didn't have a car. So I couldn't go, my school was 10 miles away.
yeah,
So 10 miles might not be super far as someone who lives in the city. Now, now put that in the country and you're a kid. You're not going anywhere, bro. But, you have to find something to do, find stuff to do, bro. So when I live out here now, that's kind of what I do, man. I mean, Renaissance festivals, hot air balloon, fuck it, let's do it. Whatever's out there, let's do it, man. It sounds fun. So, but guitar's my big thing right now. I'm getting into being a car guy, but I got a little ways to go.
yeah.
But
You're slowly in there.
yeah, pretty much. But gaming has picked up as a more favorite hobby of mine than it used to be.
I can
But
imagine
out in
since now you
Colorado,
have Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff to do now though. Like I'll take my dogs out to the mountains and
Yeah,
we'll
you
just
guys
like
can go hiking or do whatever now. It's
yeah,
way
yeah.
different than where you grew up, right? Like there's a lot more stuff to do because you still have
Oh
that
yeah, dude.
outside aspect of things, but you also have the city and everything going on in there. I mean, you can drive whatever it is, like an hour or whatever, go watch the Nuggets games or the Broncos, you play the
Yeah.
Chiefs, right?
And I mean, when I was younger, I used to make dubstep music with my boy. His name is Torrin. He lived down the street from me in a farm town, but he was an outcast. He wasn't he didn't wear Wrangler jeans.
Yeah.
He had long hair, like one of those guys, and he had a GameCube, and like we would just make dubstep. Like when dubstep when Skrillex became popular during those MW2 montages, that's when we started making the dubstep.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Boom bangerang, like that shit, bro.
Yeah.
But
How was that, bro?
but
Was that like was that good times, bro? Like it just sounds
yeah.
crazy making like saying that in 2024, like
Oh.
making dubstep today. It's like how was it back then though when it was like at its peak kind of or like it was getting up there?
Honestly, dude, it's kind of like making TikToks. Like anyone could blow up. Like you
Yeah.
could just do whatever. Like you could get viral, and it doesn't matter the next day. Like it just that's just how it was back then. I mean, people would listen to indie artists, but they were dubstep artists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you have a lot of indie artists you listen to because they can make bangers, and the next, they'll never be good again. That was so normal with dubstep back then. So normal because it's just it's just noises. So all you have to do is hit a banger one time by getting the right flow and
Yeah.
the right rhythm. But besides that though, used to make raps. I used to rap battle in high school. I used to rap battle behind some gas station parking lots, bro. We'd have beefs and stuff. Man, those would be crazy, bro.
That's
We'd
peak
have
days, man. Peak
yeah,
times.
lunchtime ciphers, bro. Like whatever it may be, bro. Whatever it may be.
I feel like everyone kind of would do that in high school or middle school, like just for the, and some of them were like horrible trolly, but like if you
Oh
said
yeah.
one thing that like that really resonated, like you'd win, bro. Out of one good bar, as long as it
Yep.
rhymed and like it attacked someone, like oh my god, like
Yep.
it was
Yep.
over, bro.
Exactly. You could spit the most facts, but that was a really good bar, bro. And it's all right, bro. You
Yeah,
got it.
yeah,
Whatever, I
yeah.
guess.
You got that one, bro.
Yep.
That is funny. So that's pretty much what we got for your intro here, and I guess a segue into the next topic here. I want you to kind of give your version of this story and kind of speak on how we first met.
Oh man. So, uh, I'm on my Xbox 360, bruh, and I don't remember where I met this individual, but I messaged to all recent players and I messaged trauma levels. I messaged all recent players. Back then, when you wanted to get people's attention, that's how you would do it. People who don't know, you would go to all recent players, and be like, "Hey, man, I'm hosting a lot of clan tryouts. If you can beat me or hang with me in 1v1s, you're in the clan." And I remember that we went on Rust, like the good old meme, and we handled our business on Rust. I don't remember exactly how close it was, but I'm pretty dang sure that you made it in because you were close. You almost beat
Yeah,
me. And you didn't even play COD like that. You were a Halo kid, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was my
But
second
Eddie
ever
Eddie got
COD
in.
there.
Yeah,
It,
Eddie
it
got
wasn't even
in.
Eddie. It was what's his
Wait,
name, bruh? Uh,
Brian.
Brian.
Brian,
What's
yeah,
his
Brian.
name?
Yeah, yeah.
Pie. It was like I like
Pie
pie.
Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Pie Man. Yeah, that's right. But we played a lot too, though. Like me and Brian played so much,
I
bro. I don't know
know
what
he
happened to
kind
that
of
guy.
went to like your whole
Yeah,
friend group and stuff,
yeah.
and
It's
I didn't
crazy,
really hear
bro.
about him much after that. It's
Yep.
insane. You just
But
absorbed him, bro.
I know, dude. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's how we met, bro. Good old small little stuff, bro. Like, hey, message all recent players, bro. We'll try out for a clan. About that. But you know, MW2, bro.
And that's where I met Arctic Charisma, right? That was hard
Yep.
worker at the time. He was, I think
Hard
he might have
worker.
been the one who tried me out. I think I played against him, but I remember
Maybe.
he
Yeah,
was
maybe.
definitely there. He was either watching or he was there. And fun guy, fun time, man. If you know about Arctic,
Yeah.
you know. I mean,
High rise, search and destroy, bro. Why's your name hard worker? Because my dad's a hard worker, and I was like, hey, get this kid in the clan.
so in the spirit of Halloween, what is the scariest experience you've ever had? It can be on a game, it could be in person. But I don't know. In the farm town, I feel like there's some scary stuff that goes on, right? So, I mean, what is like the scariest thing you've ever experienced if you have a story to share like that?
Ah, dude, man. Surprisingly, when it comes to like the farm town, I didn't have anything scary. However, I didn't believe in ghosts until this happened to me, man. And people probably still don't believe in them after this, but I don't care what people say. But like, I've seen it.
This is your
Um,
truth,
I,
bro. You lived it.
yes, yes. Um, Second apartment I ever moved into, uh, was an old apartment. It was downtown Wichita, like in the middle of Wichita, downtown Wichita, like on Broadway is the main street. Little gate in the front. Like the guy running it, it wasn't even an apartment complex like business that ran it. It was a dude. It was a dude. Like, hey,
Yeah.
what's up, man? And we were chill, man. We were tight. You know, he has a German Shepherd. I had a German Shepherd at the time, like a little baby. He was like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? You can keep him for free. You can keep him for free. And you know, but one night, this is about like my first month there. I've always got weird energy around this place, and I don't really say that about anything. Like when you walk into that building, bro, like you just feel like heavy, man. You just like, I need to sit down. Like, that's what I always felt like when I went home. Um, but one night, bro, I'm sitting there watching TV, and I had one of those ceiling fans above me. You know what I mean? Like one of those, yeah, those normal ceiling fans, like the ghetto ones, not the
Yeah.
fancy ones,
Yeah.
with the string, yeah.
Still
And
got one right here, man.
yeah. Hey, I got one right there, but you know what I mean? Hey, yeah,
Still got it up there, bro.
yep. But I'm sitting there with my dog. We're watching TV, nothing crazy, and all of a sudden, bro, just the light goes off, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I look above me, and the thing is swinging like this, and I was
Yeah.
like,
What the hell?
what the hell? Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Because I didn't have my AC on, the windows were closed, and I was like, dude, like if you know what I'm talking about, like there's no way in hell that thing's gonna swing, even for air,
Yeah.
it's not gonna swing. It's too heavy. But it was swinging like doom, boom, and I was like,
Nah.
yeah, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. I literally said, I was like, it's time to go to bed. I got my dog, and he wasn't even barking because yeah, some dogs would be like,
Yeah,
whoa,
I start
what's that?
tweaking. Yeah.
No, he never tweaked. He never tweaked in that house. He never tweaked. That's what scared me. My dog never tweaked.
Damn.
But yeah, and outside of that, bro, my girlfriend at the time, my wife, she would have the doorknob be shaking, right? When I'm not home, it would never do that when I'm home. And she'd go and open the door, and it's one of those inside apartments, you know, where there's a door right in front of you. And she would open the door, no one would be there. And I knew people around me. People wouldn't fuck me like that. People wouldn't fuck with me. Like they're just like, you know, real people. Hey, I don't fuck around with shit like that. Like those types of people would live there.
Yeah.
And that shit was scary to me, man, because you can't rationalize that. It doesn't make any sense. How the hell is that? I'll never forget that, man. I believe in ghosts because of that, bro. And you can call that stupid, whatever, but
No.
make sense of it, bro. How does that thing start swinging like someone fucking punched that? Like it doesn't make sense,
so
bro.
there
It
was
doesn't make sense.
there was no like heavy gust of wind, no draft that could
Yeah.
have done it. Like it just started moving, bro.
Yeah, I think that whatever was there did not like my girlfriend because it did not like me being in the living room. I don't know why. It did not want me to be. Whenever I was in the living room, that's when the shit would happen. When I
Yeah.
was in the living room, and I tried to use like a what do they call it, an EVP? I don't know. I tried to do like a recording thing.
EDP is
Nothing
good.
ever. Yeah, nothing ever happened. Right? Like nothing ever happened. Like, but it doesn't matter, man. Like you can't make sense of that. Imagine a fan with a noodle, bro, just getting flung, and you hear it hitting, and you're like, dang, like, whoa, what the hell? And it's, you know, it's not like I accidentally hit it with my head, but like, you know, it's a ceiling fan, bro.
Yeah. EVP.
Crazy,
You
bro.
looked it up.
Yeah, EVP, yeah.
Damn.
Crazy, bro. Real story, man. Real shit, man. Real story, no fake story. Just damn.
That is insane in the membrane,
Yeah.
bro. That is kind of. Yeah, and you got
Yep.
about that house quick.
Yep. Not then,
Not
but I
quick,
did
quick.
end up leaving. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, bro. Yeah.
Gotta go.
It's weird. It was a weird place, bro. It was a weird place. I didn't like the energy of that place, and I never felt weird energy at any other point in my life.
Yeah.
Just that place, bro. It is weird, man. And by the way, no one was with me that night. It was just me and my dog, who
Your
was sitting
dog.
right next to me. Yeah, me and my doge, me and my boy, just sitting there.
That's scary, bro.
Yeah.
Well, so speak on your competitive experience, your competitive COD experience, rather. How did you first start? How did you first get into it?
Man, I was playing Call of Duty 4, and my uncle was like, "Hey, this is a competitive thing. This is game battles." I'm like, "What's that? What's all that?" And he's like, "Oh, you can go on here and you could play in tournaments and stuff." I was like, that's really cool, man. But I didn't really focus. That's my first introduction to comp. That's when I learned about it. And then I can't remember how far COD 4 is away from Call of Duty World at War. But when Call of Duty World at War hit, my uncle was like, "Hey, I gotta get a new game." Well, here's the disc. It doesn't work anymore. And I was like, "Bet this is my time," because I always like to clean my disc with toothpaste and all that stuff. Yep. But clean that up. It actually worked. And I was like, "Oh, let's go, man!" Because I didn't play COD for. I only had the COD for it. Loaded that up, and he was like, "Hey, if you want to get in the clan, you gotta be my boy. You gotta get close." And you know, these are like guys in their late 20s. You know, I'm like, shoot, I think I'm like 10, 11, maybe like 9 or 10. But The clan was called LMV, Loyalty, Murder, Violence, bro. It was made after the Inglorious Southern Bastards movie or whatever. I don't know. He's a big fan of that. He's a big fan of that. Big hit guy. Big hit guy. Big hit guy. But I didn't win, obviously. I didn't get close, but I did get we went to 400 kills, which is a lot. So we were playing a lot.
Damn.
I got 100, but hey, I'll take it. And he's like, hey, you didn't get in, but you keep up the grind, young fella. Keep the grind. Yeah.
You a good guy,
But
though. You a good guy.
And then that sat in the back of my mind, right? And then when MW2 came out, I was able to get my own Xbox, and I went over to my uncle's house, which had internet, because I didn't have internet. And that was a couple blocks away. And I'd go over there for a couple hours a day, and I would play that. And when I was like, oh, clan. He had a clan. I want to make a clan. So I made Game Battles clan, but I didn't have anybody. So Message to All Recent Players comes in, and that's how I start getting my competitive scene going, just at least just to start,
Yeah, man. The message to all recent players. That's how you really did it back in the day, bro. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Twitter probably was around then, but no, we weren't on Twitter. You know what I mean? We weren't.
Yeah.
10, 9 years old, hopping on Twitter looking for stuff like that. And for me, I was on I was playing MW2, but I was still more Halo. I was still And Halo's community, I feel was just infinitely easier to meet people because the custom games, lobbies, and all that going on. I don't even remember what game was active, and that was 2009. Maybe Halo 3 was still there, bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that was the golden era of gaming, bro. Halo 3 Forge and COD, in its prime. Nothing beats it.
I'll look it up. Hold on. Halo 3 release. I'm pretty sure it was 2007. Yeah, it was. Okay. So yeah, it probably was, bro.
It was still popular, yeah, because Halo didn't come out every year. It didn't come out every year. It came out every 2 to 3 years back then. Yeah, so that was during Forge Prime. Yeah, during Forge Prime. Yeah, I would say that.
Much. And it said 2009 was Halo 3 ODST and Halo Wars that came out. So it wasn't too much multiplayer. It wasn't taken away from Halo 3.
Yeah. Halo ODST is when I stopped playing Halo because I was a big Master Chief fan. I was actually a bigger Halo fan than I was a COD fan because remember, my first action game was a Halo game.
CE.
But and I was like, oh, I'm just random scrub.
Yeah.
It just, I literally remember with my own eyes the case in my hand, and I was like, I don't like this game, bro. I put it back in there, put it on the shelf. I never played. I promise you, I didn't play Reach. I never played Halo again. I'm not joking. I never played it again.
That ended the franchise for you.
Yeah, dude. I did play it, right? But that doesn't count. Bought the game and enjoyed it. I never played it again. I would buy Halo. I would get Halo years after, I'd be like, oh yeah. But that game literally ruined Halo for me. ODST. And listen, was it a good game? Sure. But I'm looking for Master Chief Saga, and I was like, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm done. Yeah.
And then when he did come back, it was mid. So.
Yeah. Well, after 3, remember you're like, damn, man, that was a crazy ending. What happened? And then they released that, and you're like, bruh.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. For me, I always liked I've always liked monsters or villains more than the heroes. So I always loved the Covenant naturally. That's why Halo 2 is my favorite game because you got to play as the Arbiter, and his story was insane, bro. Halo 2's story is actually insane, bro. Especially the Arbiters.
Yeah.
But so I liked having the Covenant on your side. Halo 3 you had not the Covenant, you had the elites on your side, right? They all branched out, and they're all right, we'll side with the humans. So that was the cool part. And then after Halo 3 ended, you wake up, you're Master Chief in Halo 4, and it's the very first thing you encounter is an elite trying to kill you, and then he's like, I thought the elites were with us, and then Cortana's like, oh yeah, by the way, not anymore. And I'm just like, bro, what?
Yeah, exactly.
And
bro.
They
he brought the brutes in.
Yeah.
You could have just doing some of the brutes, right? Come on, man.
Exactly, bro. Even if I just never see the elites again because they're all dead or something, or they're on another planet, why do I gotta fight them again, bro? I feel that's just crazy.
Exactly.
But they did explain it, and it was oh, it's a different faction. It's they're still under the Covenant or whatever it was, and it's I get it, but it's it felt at that time it felt it was just a disservice to the fans because it was bro, we were all homies, and now I gotta fight them again. It's everything I just worked for 3 years ago in Halo 3 is it's all gone. Really.
Yeah. We destroyed all these leaders, bro. We tried to get everyone under the same, hey, look at these rings, bro. But no one, it's come on, man.
It's all right, bro. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was peak. Halo was peak. But yeah, to bring it back to what we were saying, definitely I felt just Halo community was a little bit easier to meet people, and I felt people in Halo, unless I just wasn't that good at Halo, but people in Halo were probably a little bit better than people in COD. The randoms you would meet, I feel there was a little bit more skill for the randoms you meet in Halo, but maybe that was just my friends. I don't know. So that's kind of where my first clans would start, was in Halo, and people you met in custom games would happen to be good in the other stuff like SWAT or whatever people were playing that was like considered kind of comp, you know. But
That was one of my bigger regrets, though, is I didn't take advantage of the Halo 3 universe at the time with the Forge, and I was on that train really late, and I discovered those games where like you're on the platform and you're smacking like trash cans
yeah,
over to each other and like trying to not like I was like, whoa, this is like crazier than anything COD could ever do. But I was a little late on the train, so I kind of missed like all the really fun
dude,
stuff. I
you
was still
missed
there, but
peak, bro. You missed
yeah,
peak. I
yeah,
was just
damn,
genuinely peak gaming at that time. We got to play with all your friends,
uh,
custom. Like you get like 16 people in a lobby, I think, at the time, and it feels like that was unheard
damn,
of. You know what I mean? Like if
yeah,
you could fill it out to 16, like sometimes we'd have. I think I'm pretty sure it was 16, right? So say it was 16, but it's like you had 16, and then you still had people trying to wait and like get in. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
someone backs out, yo, invite him or invite a random, and randoms would join, bro. No questions asked,
yep, yep,
and they would not be in. Like no one would. It was rare. Someone would be like they would join game chat, like, why'd you invite me, bro? Like they'd be in here, they'd
yep,
see what's going on, and they would just start playing as if they've been there the whole time,
yep.
bro. Like that's
Back then, yeah, bro. People now, right? They'll be like, "Oh, why does the guy random invite me?" Back then, like, "Hey, what's up, man? What you want? Oh, you want? All right."
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
damn, like everyone was.
What's
It's
up?
weird. Right? I don't know how to explain it. Right? I
Yeah.
don't know how to explain that.
Everyone was just more down to clown, bro. That's just really what it came down to, bro.
That's a motto, bro. Put that on the flag.
Yeah. Down to clown. But let's continue here with your competitive stuff. I mean, Halo, man. Shout out Halo, though, man. Got me, got
Yep.
me,
Hey,
got me through some years.
thought
Peak
I had some
gaming,
internet, bro. My uncle was a Halo fan, so COD fan. Stuff could turn out totally different. So
completely, bro.
yeah.
But kind of come back to COD here. So in terms of your competitive experience, that's how you first started with like game battles and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I mean, over the years, you and I especially have some experience. We've played together in tournaments, leagues. We won stuff. You've played and won with other people. Like, if you had to guess, because I know back then it was like there's a whole lot of weekends. Like every weekend there was stuff going on. There's a tourney every week just about for different
hmm
games. It's like it's hard to keep track. Like, how many tournaments do you think you won, like in total, like back then?
Um, early on, bro, I played. I didn't play in a lot of money tournaments because I was pretty broke. I played in a ton of free tournaments. Like, we played in the free leagues. I'd play in a lot of free tournaments when I moved to Xbox One. Um, man, I would say free tournaments. I was on that every day. So I would say probably about 30, which honestly wasn't a ton for how much I was playing.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's whatever. I mean, these tournaments would be 4 teams, 8 teams, 10 teams. So, but paid tourneys, I would say I've won few. I've won few. I've won probably under 7 or under 5. But I didn't. That's the thing is I didn't get to play when my competitive career kicked off. I was 23.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean? Like there's just really not much I can really do. So when I hit like 22, man, like that's when I really tried to go pro because I was able to finally get some momentum going in life to do that.
Yeah, you
But
probably had the funds now and stuff, right? Like
yeah,
everything you would have needed.
yeah, I moved away from the house that gave me 6 download speed.
Yeah.
So I was able to move to an apartment that had Cox internet, which is sounds like trash, but to me I was like, holy grail, this is it. And but yeah. But
Cox Internet,
you know,
man.
yep,
Jesus.
Cox Internet, bro.
You don't
Sumner
even have that.
Communications was my main internet provider during my comp years. Sumner Communications. If you go look at their internet packages, bro. I mean, now it might be a little better, but back when the internet, when people, hey, remember, this is the time when people were like, hey, you playing games? You playing? Oh, what you playing? Call of Duty for? Oh, you playing tournaments? Get outside, man. Get outside. Go help
Yeah.
me with this
Mm-hmm.
firewood. I'm like, all right, yeah,
Firewood is
sounds good,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I chop down firewood. Hey, I'm telling you, bro, I live in a farm town, bro. Chopping down
Yeah.
firewood when it starts to get cold. Hey, let's go get some firewood. Let's go cut some of those trees down.
That's crazy. Yeah. So I mean, I guess out of those, what was like your most memorable or your favorite one? That is a lot, and I get it. Like there was tournaments pretty much every day, even if it was only 10 or fewer teams. But there was something always to do if you were looking. You didn't even have to look far. But out of those, like,
Yeah.
what do you think is probably your favorite, most memorable win, or for whatever reason, really?
Um, dude, honestly, like when I think of memorable win, I just think of the ones that you actually care about. And that's the free league that we played in, bro. That's the Calc COD Comp League. Um, the grand finals being down 3-1 with Eddie, you, me, Tyler.
Tyler, bro.
Um, yep. I think it was no, that was a different one. That's two series because we usually came through losers, but I think this one's through winners. Um, and that was probably my favorite one, bro. We were down 3-1 in the series. There's Band and Protect, which by the way, stand on business on this one. Band and Protect is the greatest invention in COD history. I don't care. That's why GAs exist now, and GAs ruined the game. Don't even get me started on that. But Band and Protect, bro. We had the LMG in play, bro. People were banning attachments. People were banning AR subs. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull out the LMG, bro. And I pull out the LMG. We won one game. And they're like, hey, let's ban the LMG. So they banned one LMG, and I pulled out the other.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever. But anyways, they kept banning the LMGs. But after the series was over, they're like, well, you only one could use the LMGs. And I was like, you kept banning them and kept using them. What you mean? You couldn't kill me with the LMG. So that's exactly my pivotal point to why Jay should be out of the game, bro. Because imagine, right, if you never would have had that moment, because someone's just way better at this gun than anyone else. Just LMG. Just LMG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're getting rid of that opportunity in competitive COD to have. Oh, you wonder why your viewership sucks? It's not entertaining. That's why, bros. Because you're getting rid of all the fun stuff that used to be in COD. You don't have to GA everything. You don't have to GA everything, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
That is true. I agree with that point. I guess now, like, I feel like you try to explain that to some of the challengers or professionals, right? That they're like, nah, you're tripping, bro. Like, we don't need LMGs and stuff. But that's a fair point, bro. Like, you could have some guy, and it doesn't even have to be LMGs, right? Because like we have a 2-gun meta or 3-gun meta, whatever, right? And it's like one guy could be like decent, like he's pretty good with what the hell was the gun this year? What was the sub? What was the
Asking the wrong guy, man.
I don't even remember, bro. Like
I don't know, man, but I know what it looks like. You know what I'm
but
saying?
anyway, let's just say Black Ops 3, right? So
yeah,
some guy who's like, and the VMP was kind of hard. Like trying to play with it now, like there's a lot of recoil on the VMP, you know. But everyone can control it back in the day when they were playing comp. But like, let's say some guy's like kind of good. He's like, you know, he's a little up there with the VMP, but because if let's say we only had 2-gun meta back then, if you could only use the VMP and like the M8, like what if some guy was really good with like the Kuda, right? Like the Kuda would have been his gun, or like the Weevil or something, bro, the Pharaoh, whatever they're called. And it's like, but we would never get to see that because he's not allowed to use it. Like this guy could have made a career with one gun, you know?
Yep.
It's like I don't know. It's kind of similar to I think it was in the Vanguard year. It was it Spart for LAG who pulled out the Volk. You remember the Volk gun that everyone was that it got GA'd, but he won a whole tournament and the finals MVP, tournament MVP because of using that gun. And then they GA'd it and like he wasn't the same. But it's like everyone else could use it too, you know? What if he was just crying? That's what I'm saying. What if he was just the Volk man, the Volk master, bro?
Yeah.
You know? And like now he could have won more, could have done higher. Now he doesn't get that opportunity. Like I feel like you're just taking that away, and like that's a whole storyline. Like nobody uses that gun, but he does, and he's gross at it.
Yep.
But
like you bring up a monster point, bro. Because Colby was the one who told me about that. Cause I stopped watching COD. That was during
Vanguard.
Yeah, okay. And he told me about that. I was like, yeah, man. Because during when I was competing, the only LAN I ever competed at, which was 2018 CDL Vegas, I was in the middle of running the Vapor. I ran the Vapor. I didn't run it all the time, but I ran it. I actually had a custom class at the LAN that I warmed up with, the Vapor. And someone saw it and was like, who put this Vapor class on here? And I was like, but you know what I mean? Yeah. But you laughing, like not you laughing, but like, you know, he's laughing. Yeah. But when we were trying out to get ready to go to this LAN, I was gunning kids with the Vapor in custom games, trying this team out. And it's like, man, I'm not gonna get on to that, but man, some of y'all are way too far. Y'all trust in the pros way too much, bro.
Yeah.
Way too much, bro. The pros are saying that because they don't want to get gunned with this other gun. I can't use it. Hey, GA that right now. That's now. Get better, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. E-daft. I don't know.
Yeah,
E-daft, bro. There's no excuses in life, bro. This person has a controller in their hand, brother. You have a controller in your hand. Just go out there and beat them. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you don't have to GA everything. Can you use it? Oh, okay, gotcha. You can. All right, cool.
Yeah, and that was CWL Vegas.
Yeah, CWL. Yes. Thanks for the correction. Yeah, that was before. That was the year before. I think they went to the franchising.
What game was that? That was Black Ops 4?
Black Ops. Yeah, Black Ops 4.
Yeah. Right before. Yep. Damn, bro.
Remember the snipers? Do you remember who was it? Was it Optic guy? He was a monster with the sniper. I can't remember who it was. Was it I don't want to butcher the name.
Was it
Wasn't
BO4?
Shotzi? Yeah, BO4
It was
wasn't
probably
Shotzi, was it?
Dashy then. I didn't watch it too
Dash,
much. It
Dash,
had
yep,
to have
that's
been
what it was.
Dashy. Yeah.
And
She
do
was
you remember the
nasty
Trauma
with the
League when we
Tempest.
unbanned those snipers? And
Oh,
like we had so many good clips on
in
Jadam.
MW19.
Yes, and well, no, we did the maps. That's what it was. Are you sure? Are you sure it wasn't Black Ops 4?
Yeah, we didn't play Black. We played Black Ops
Oh,
4, but we didn't
maybe
play
it was
like
the
a
smokes
league.
I'm talking about. But whatever, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but I'm glad the Trauma League at least did that. Ungate some stuff, and it
Oh, that
turned
was
out
for
good.
Cold War. That was for Cold War.
Yeah, Cold War. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm tweaking. That's what it was. That was the game the first game that they GA'd snipers, right? It's the first game.
I don't know if it was the first, but yeah, that was. It probably was, but that was like damn, they G'd the sniper. Like that
Yeah.
was crazy. And then we brought it back, and yeah, that was fun. We had some good clips, and I think Frost had a few like feeds or something. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
dumb, bro.
Yep.
How do we let that happen? But that was fun though. Like it was fun to watch,
Yep.
because no one else is
hmm
doing it.
Entertaining. Oh,
Exactly.
there we go. Yeah, exactly. People want to see this. Let's put some streaks in the game.
That is crazy, bro. Well,
Yeah.
so, oh, you mentioned this earlier. So I guess kind of speak on that LAN experience. I do want to hear it. You went to CWL Vegas 2018. Who was your team? Set the stage for me, bro. Who was your team? How did it form? How did it go?
So I loaded in with this decent player. Her name was Amanda. I loaded in with another guy. His name was TJ, and he was pretty solid. But then we had our top heavy guys like Nitron, our OBJ player, and then we had Frost, who was our Slayer, our main guy. And so before we went to this LAN, we had a team set, and I can't remember who it was. This is a 5v5. So if you took out Amanda and TJ, we had Nizam,
Mhm.
Cam. I cannot remember the other guy for the life of me. But we had a really good team. We were whooping kids, bro. We were whooping kids. But then they released the passes, and they were gone in a minute. They were gone in a minute, and we were just like, what, really? And it was such a bummer because as someone who was finally able to get in competitive COD and go to these lands and compete, I always wanted to go to Anaheim. That was one of like when I was a kid, I was like, I want to go to Anaheim so bad, man. And they stopped doing it in Anaheim. But I was like, oh yeah, Vegas, this is it, bro. Hell yeah. And when I heard that, I was like, dude, really? We missed out on the pass because people have bots buying passes, really?
That's what I was gonna say. It was the bots back then, right?
Yeah. The
Wow.
bots were the
They would
main
resell
contributor
them.
for us, our failure. Because we lost Cam. He went to a new team that had a pass. I literally retired, okay? Because we couldn't go to this LAN, and I had some stuff that I had to take care of. I had a little, and this is what's unfortunate. I'm not a kid, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not able to focus on COD all the time. So I took a step back for a couple months, and then 7 days before the LAN, or 6 days, like, hey Nolan, we found a guy with a pass. You still want to play? And I was like, yeah, bro. I haven't been playing like that, but I'm down. So I get a little bit in playing shape, and we try out these two people, or this one person, because this guy TJ has to go. He is our ticket.
Right.
He
Yeah.
has to
Yeah.
go
He
with
has
us.
he has a pass, so no matter
Yep.
what, he's locked in. Right.
Yep. We had 3 days before, and we're trying out these two people, and we're like, okay, here's Amanda and this other guy, but they are neck and neck in skill. And I was like, all right, let's just go with Amanda because she's really good at communicating. So that's what really did it. It was the communication. So we get to the LAN, and we're actually very communicate. Like before the game, we're looking at our strats. We're talking about what we want to do with the game, and we go in. We had one fan standing behind us, and that was her boyfriend.
Right.
And
Amanda's
he was just
boyfriend.
like, yeah, the whole game, like good or bad, he was just like, it's whatever, right? But we were playing a team
Wow.
that was
What
a
a fan
B
base.
team. Yeah, but we were playing a B team, okay? So they had A team in their jersey standing behind, like, yeah, let's go, baby, come on now. And I'm
No
like, dude, come on,
way,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, but like, okay, was I nervous? I was nervous when I sat down, but when I like got into the warm, I literally you forget you're in the lane, like you're in the game. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
you're locked into the game. You don't really know. But when someone makes a big play and you're oh, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then so what happens is, bro, is first map, I can't remember the map exactly, the name, I can see it now. I'm not gonna throw anyone under the bus. I had two teammates fall off the map and combined 7 times in hardpoint. What? So my teammates were extremely nervous. I will say, listen, and it's not the people you think it is. Okay, like the people who weren't nervous weren't. Who wasn't nervous. But there were a good amount of people who this is our first LAN,
Yeah.
and it was my first LAN, and I was not nervous, bro. I was not nervous. We got double first rounded. First map was, I guess, competitive. Second one was an absolute shit show. We got destroyed at map 2. But the guy stood up. We call him Asian man bun, bro. He was an Asian dude with a man bun. I don't care. I always made fun of him for that, bro. But he got up. He was like, "You're trash. You're trash. You're trash. You're trash. You beam." And he said it to the person who flew off the map like 5 times. So I was really laughing, bro. I was like, "No way!" He pointed it like, they was like, "You're cooking, bro. Like, get out of here, bro." But we lost that one, and the three of us felt pretty good with how we played, like individually. Like we felt like, oh yeah, with how we just played, we're about to go in the next game and we're about to stomp some ass. And then a couple hours later, we get to the next game. You don't, and by the way, you don't get to warm up, bro. A lot of teams don't get to warm up before they play their matches because like it's so badly coordinated. Okay, the amateur scene is so badly coordinated. We get into the second series. These guys aren't as popular as the other guys, so they don't have like a whole crowd behind them. They have a couple guys behind them, but we still have we have our one homie posted up. Still. Yeah, we got Big Dog back there chilling. We get double first rounded again. This one's a little closer, but it don't matter. So double first rounded, bro. First rounded. But you can ask my teammates, bro. I didn't play, but I didn't go negative unless you talk about this. The searches were impossible not to go negative, bro. We lost like 6-0 and like 6-2, bro. Like you have to go negative. Like there's no way. But the respawns, we were okay, man. We were okay, but nothing special. But that's what sucks, bro. Is my first and only LAN experience was I had 3 days. I had 5 days to be like, oh, I'm going. All right, bet. And then like we had 2 days, 3 days to practice, and really we didn't practice, bro. We got double first rounded. Then after that, we went to like a place in Vegas, like a LAN center, and we were so fucking pissed. Our other teammate just didn't want to play with us. Yeah. They weren't mad at us. They were never locked in with the team. Like they were never locked into the team. So it is Amanda, and it is what it is, but it's like, come on, man. Like we're trying to we want a team, bro. We want to get better. Yeah. But we went to that LAN center and we just destroyed kids all day, bro, on game battles. We were so mad, bro. Like we were just, it's like, oh, why couldn't we do this, bro? Like at the center, bro, at the event. Dang, man. Damn. But then we got kids that are trying to hustle us at the LAN center. Like, oh, you want to play for money? It was just like, yeah. It's like, oh, get out of here, bro. But yeah, that was my first and only experience playing LAN COD.
We'll get on to the Trauma League here. So to start us off, I want you to, as someone who's been here from the beginning, and you've seen different forms of trauma, whether it was competitive trauma, content trauma, whatever. Talk about how trauma has grown, how it's changed specifically in these past 3 years, really since the start of the Trauma League. And I guess how Discord, now that we got that Discord set up and put all the community in there, like, think how it's grown and how things have changed since like we first started,
Man, trauma is... So, when people who are listening, this is how you can understand this. When you're just hopping in like a call or a party with like 4 or 5 of your boys, that was trauma. That was trauma. But y'all do that every day now. But the difference is, bro, is like Discord changed the complete game of trauma. It changed trauma. It was able to link everyone together. That way, anyone can hang out with each other at any point in time. And if you look at the Discord, bro, we always got someone in there playing with somebody, bro. And it wasn't, it wasn't like that. It was like 5 or 6 of us. And in the prime of it, you get about 8 or 9 people in a party. I'm like, whoa, we're here now. Yeah, look at us. We're 10 deep. We're 9 deep. Like you max out a party. You max out a party. And it's came so far, man. Especially the league. But just the more important aspect is just the whole. Which anything in life, bro, has to have diversity. And we have a lot of diversity, which is a good thing in our org. And I think that if you look where trauma was 2 years ago, man, I can't even imagine what the next 2 years is going to look like, next 2 to 3 years, man. The league itself as well. I remember when we just started it, and I thought, okay, we got enough to just get it rolling downhill. We got just enough to roll it. And look at where it's at now, bro. People can talk all they want about the Trauma League being... If they want to say that it's not competitive and it's like a lower tier competitive league, that's whatever, bro. You can say that. But you can't turn around and watch someone win the finals and be happy as hell to win that finals, bro. Or to win a playoff game like, oh, let's go, man. Come on, baby. And it's like, that's what it's about, bro. That's what it's about, bro.
Yep. And there are some people like that in the league, right? We've seen where they're like, I'm doing other things like trauma leagues, whatever, just something to have fun. And then you win, you hear the comms like, "Let's fucking go, man!" Like
Yep,
that's and
yep.
it's like, bro,
It's like,
it
I
brings
see you, bro.
yeah, we know, but
I
it's
see
like
you, bro.
I'm also
I see you,
happy
bro.
you're celebrating though. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yep.
happy that you're actually
Yeah.
out there doing that
Yeah.
because it makes. I mean, bro, I feel like the trauma league is most fun when everyone, or at least the majority of people, care that much. You know,
Yeah.
because
And
if
that's kind of how I take it, man. Is like when people see me getting hyped and shit, they probably think, "Wow, no, this is what no one likes to do in life." Yeah, he really wants to win the Trauma League.
the
Yeah, bro.
same,
Yeah, exactly. Nah.
yeah,
It's about the immersion, bro. Like when you play a story game, you want to be immersed in the story. When I play a league, I want to show people that like I want to them to be immersed into the game. I want them to be immersed into the storylines. I want them to be immersed into like just what's going on, bro.
yeah,
So I'm not playing a character. You're just getting like Nolan plus.
yeah.
You get Nolan plus, Vandal plus. That's all you're getting, bro. Like this is who I am. I'm a high energy person. So I just flip it. I'm like, you know what? Let's have people enjoy the game a little more, bro. Let's go crazy. Let's go crazy.
I like that, man. I think that is good for the league because I think what makes this league very, I guess, very different, right? Is I don't know if there's any leagues that have started to kind of copy the model or not, where it's like you have the same returning people every year, and it's like it's not completely wide open to the public, you know. And that
Hmm.
like we could easily do that and kind of grow the numbers. I just feel like it wouldn't be very organic. It would just be like other leagues where you have, let's just say, 100 people join, but it's like only 10 really stay, and like, you know, and also it's like I don't want 100 random people joining, and it's like now I have to worry about all because then I got to really get these rules and all. You know what I mean?
Something's gonna happen, bro. Guaranteed.
Yeah,
Something's gonna happen.
100%.
It's missing the
And
soul. That's what trauma has. It has soul, bro. Literally
that's
soul.
what it is. And I think that's why it makes it pretty different, pretty unique because you have the same guys every year, and there's storylines that naturally happen, and there's stuff like even just stuff that's never said, but it's like to yourself, and you're like, damn, like I was rated a 4-star last year. So was this guy. Now this guy's a 5. I felt like I did better. Why is he? You know what I mean? Like I gotta
Yeah.
prove myself, and that just overall that contributes to like the experience as a whole. You know.
Yeah. I agree, man. I agree with that. Yep. You nailed it.
So shout out the Trauma League, man. Can't wait to see what the next 2 years hold. And I've thought about it a lot, and we'll see what happens, man. And I think
Yeah.
there's only so much you can really do to add to the experience, but
Yeah.
keep trying, man.
That's
But
the thing is, though, like, hey, 2 years ago, you might have thought the same thing. What can I really do to beef this thing
yeah.
up? The more it grows, the more roots you got. So, whatever.
Oh, yeah. So, speaking of the Trauma League, we'll start off with this question. First of all, my main man, are you retiring from the Trauma CoD League? Have you given it any thought?
There'll be times like, yeah, I'd say I've given it a decent amount of thought. But it's like a come and go kind of thing. What I just can't. One of my biggest things is, bro, is your word is your currency, and sometimes I'll mess up and I won't keep my word, but I know damn well people that know me know that like it bothers me when I can't do that,
Mm-hmm.
or like that's important to me, right? Is your word, and I may get stuck on that too much. So, but um, I'll say yeah, man, I'm gonna play again, at least this one last season because I did promise a boy of mine that I would give him the Treyarch COD. I'm like, I gotta give Treyarch
Yeah.
a chance at least before I get out of
Who?
here.
Who'd
I
you
gotta
tell
get
this to, bro?
Hellboy, bro. Hellboy, bro.
Hellboy?
Yep. I think it was Hellboy and Isaac, Views and I, bro. We were this was like a year and a half ago or something. We're chilling in the call, bro. We're all drinking. I was drinking my moonshine. We're all drinking, bro. We're just drinking.
Oh,
He's like, you
yeah.
know what, man? You still got it, bro. But you shouldn't quit, bro. Yeah, ignore the voice crack, bro. But yeah, he's like, hey, you still got it, bro. Don't quit just because you don't got it. I was like, hey, that's not why. But it's like, you know what? Yeah, if I can still play it, it's whatever, bro. I just don't want it to be able to. And people will look at this and be like, well, it's not that deep, bro. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. It really isn't that deep. But I don't want in 4 years to be having a conversation with someone like, yeah, you were kind of asked the last COD, bro. You're kind of asked. I'm like, I wasn't, bro. I don't want them to be able to say that unless it's the truth.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hear that. I'm like, oh man, I did let that happen. Dang it. I want to when I play Call of Duty because I've played it my whole life. I don't want someone to ever say I was bad. Just like you at basketball, you may not be trying to go pro, but you don't want people to say you're trash at basketball ever,
Amen,
ever.
bro.
And it's
Amen,
like, yeah. If I can still give you 110% and still be an arguable high 5-star or a low 5-star or the best 4-star, absolutely. And I think I got one more in me to do that. So I just gotta lock in, mentally and give the game what I can. So
I like that, man. So it's really just about. It's not about just playing because you could easily just keep playing it forever, but
yeah,
it's about you want to actually be able to put in the effort and put in the time and be like, yeah,
yep,
this is how good I am, and not to the point where like, oh yeah, Vandal, he's like a 3-star now. He's not really too
yeah.
good, you know.
Where can I put
Get
this
that.
priority and still be? What's the threshold? Can I put it
Yeah,
on this level of priority and I'm still like good? Yeah, okay, then that's fine.
yeah, that is interesting because I mean, kind of. I guess we could get into it, but like it is interesting thinking about that because you did start off the season as a 4-star, right? And
Hmm.
then what happens. You ended up playing very well. You led your team. You were really the second best, if not the best player at times on that Pittsburgh team who lost to LA. And it's like both teams, I guess, were pretty stacked looking back at it, right? But like
Yeah, man.
you
Yeah.
were you were shooting like those two stages. You get bumped up to a 5, and well, so mainly the second stage is when you were shooting, right? So, but you
Yeah.
get bumped up to a 5, and then you retire because like everything that happened, and now if you are staying this Treyarch COD, right? It's like, well, are you going to put in the time you think to get back to that stage 2 kind of Vandal and be that for sure or no doubt 5-star? Why do we ever put him as a 4? Or is it going to be
Yeah.
kind of the same? Like, I don't know if I really show up to the combines like that, and then just get better as the season goes on. Because sometimes that's
Yeah.
what I do, and I just get better as the season goes on. Because I can't put in too much time at the beginning because of school or whatever. But what is it looking like for you? What's your like forecast or prediction going into the season?
To be completely honest with you, man, the reason that I had that jump last year was because, dude, I thought my threshold for the game was enough, but I realized it wasn't. But then people just started calling me trash, and that really just pissed me off. Like I did not like hearing that, bro. Like that really pissed me off. And I said, you know what? They're right. Fuck this. And I just said, I'm gonna hop in the game, bro. And I literally told my teams, I'm watching film. I'm watching film. Now they're probably like, whatever, bro. But I'm
Yeah.
like, that's fine. You don't know me like that. Then I'm watching film now. Let's go. Like and I was like, let's go, bro. And I'll play game battles every day, CMGs with Gus, 2v2s. Like I don't play 2v2s, bro. And I'm like, you know what? Let's learn 2v2s. Let's learn how that works. Let's learn 2v2s because that works. That helps in the league when you're in those 1v1s, 1v2s, 2v2,
Yeah.
2v3s. Those little like when you have to
Mm-hmm.
watch the whole map, not just a lane. That's how you change as a player. But I see myself coming into this season probably giving a little more effort than the beginning of last season, just so I'm like, people know I'm not trash.
Yeah.
But I would hope people understand now not to call me trash because you know what I can do. You know where my ceiling's at. My floor is nowhere close to my ceiling like everyone else. It's nowhere close to it. I just don't play the game. I just don't play the game, bro. Don't disrespect the OGs, bro. We're pretty good, bro. We're pretty
Yeah.
good. You don't even know what an anchor is, do you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, yeah. You know what the anchor is, bro.
You never
But
heard the Inca, have you, bro?
yeah, you never heard the anchor. Yeah.
No way, bro.
But yeah, bro. And you saw the 2K League. It's the same thing with 2K League. People are like, no one's probably a 4. Sure. Like you don't play with me. I don't really play. Like me and my
Yeah.
boys hop on. We have fun on rec. When I want to win, I want to win. You'll see that.
Hell yeah, man. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's see. I have a few more questions here for the Trauma League, but um, yeah, let's talk about it here. So, speak on your Candace Kings team that you won your first ever Trauma League championship in because you had been there from the
Yeah.
beginning. You had been close, obviously, when we teamed in Vanguard. We were super close. There was 4 tournaments that year, including champs. We got second in 3 of them, including champs. So
Yeah.
super close every time against that timeless God squad, bro. Even though they don't want to hear it.
Yep. Yep.
Um, and you finally break through here, which is like it's funny because when the league was they want to call it the plumber era or whatever. And it's like, hey, we can't control that. But it's like now that there's more competition, you're able to still be like at times you were still that second best player on the team, like without a doubt. And you're able to
Yeah.
win your championship when the league was like tougher and more competition. So how did that? I mean, how'd that happen, man? Speak on that team, like everything you liked about it. How was
Yeah.
the vibes and stuff, man?
Oh, that team was special, bro. That team was special. That team never loaded into another game, bro. Like that was the great. I don't care what it says. That was the greatest for what's it called for the legal way you could build a team. That was the greatest team possible. Like if you go back and make that same formula, greatest team ever, greatest team ever. Obviously, the LA team, the first LA team, was the greatest team ever in my opinion. That was the greatest team ever.
Which one?
But I think if you go back to that format, the Kansas King was the best team ever, just because of who you were allowed to have on the team. Um, but dude, the first part of that was rough, man. We were struggling. We got into the playoffs and we got destroyed in the first round. And I think it was the Vegas Minimal who just 3-0'd us.
Yeah.
And I just felt like at that moment, I was like, this is just weird, man. I know this team was good, but we're just getting the dog beat out of us, bro. It doesn't make sense. And I know everyone's had a moment like that, like, why are we losing, bro? But when I played on the Sharks, and the closest we ever got to the finals, to a win, could be wrong, was stage 1,
It was
up 3-2. But we were like, oh man, we lost our good maps. We're onto the bad map set, and we lost.
Yeah.
And when I got into the losers, I was like, well, I've been in the shoes of the team who's choked. We choked, and it is what it is. We choked, and it's like, well, we got nothing to lose now, man. Like people were saying we're ass. Like that actually had people like, oh, they're ass, bro. Like those guys are ass, man. And that's fair because we got 3-0'd. But the way that team was able to go through losers, like, bro, like the way we were able to lock in, I can't even replicate that, bro. Like into words, it was just. And DJ said this about Gus when they got Gus. They said delusional confidence. Remember that?
Yeah.
Delusional confidence. And I was like, it wasn't delusional at first, but I think at all. But I think I was like, the way I said it to my teammates, like they're like, this man, yeah, we can do this. They're like, damn, he really believes. I guess he's right. But they called Sonoma a non-playoff performer, and I kept telling him, I was like, dude, you're a fucking dog, bro. Like you are a playoff performer, bro. Like that was back then. And I think that kind of like helped him lock in, bro, because he was like, yeah, hell yeah, I am. And he actually played pretty good, man. Like in the playoffs, he was really good in the playoffs, bro. And so was Connor too, bro. Connor was a demon at times in the playoffs compared to who he was the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he would like double his skill, bro, like in the big moments. But I mean, we got to the finals, and we had a 4-0 against you guys. You guys had a really good team, though. It wasn't like a bad team, and I don't think that was a knock on you guys. I just think at that time, bro, like we needed that win. Like we had to have it.
Yeah.
It was a birthright because the last 2 games going into that finals, or including that finals, like the one before losers, and I'm not gonna throw anyone under the bus, but we had a teammate or 2 at times have some personal issues, and call it cringe if you want. I'm like, hey man, like you good, bro? Let's got it. Let's go win this, bro. Let's go win this for you, bro. Like let's go, bro. I got you tonight. I got you tonight. That's what we would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what everyone would say. We got you tonight, and it would be someone else on a different day. I got you tonight. I got you tonight, bro. You don't gotta worry about it. And when we loaded into the finals and the losers finals, we just felt like we were on another level of understanding on what to do. That like no one would really beat us, Like that was my favorite team because the stage 2 team won it, but it was kind of the same formula. But nothing's better than the original recipe, bro. Nothing's better than the original recipe, bro. Like it really was the greatest championship I've seen in my playing time, whether it was bad or good. Like run, not game.
Yeah.
Run. It was legendary, man. It was something, bro. There's
Yeah.
reasons why the losers runs. I enjoy. I don't enjoy the finals as much as I enjoy like round 3 of losers, round 4, because nobody like. People think you're ass when you're in the finals. Like, oh yeah, they can win that, and it's like, it's not as cool. Like, I want people, like it's
you
fun.
like it when they're like, I don't know if they're gonna make it out of win or losers round 3 or round 2. Yeah.
Yep. It makes you want to like use a little more of your brain. Like, oh, I really want to beat these guys. Like, I want to like outstrat them.
I feel that, bro. I love that, man. I do like that.
Oh yeah.
We have hit the 1 hour mark, so let's get into our final things here. Well, I'll ask you one more Trauma League question, man, because you're the OG. You've been here for forever. So, if you had to pick, what was your favorite all-time season and why? It could be the Kansas Kings one if you want to.
It wasn't. Wasn't. I didn't like that season. Believe it or not, I wasn't like it was a good season for the league. There was a lot of drama when we were winning and losing. Like it just wasn't, it wasn't. It was toxic, but it was good times, but it wasn't fun. Does that make sense? It wasn't my
Yeah.
favorite. My favorite was probably, and this sounds kind of contradictory, it was last season, man. And it's because the mixture of I had such a bad stage one compared, in my opinion, compared to what I usually do. That when I started to grind the game and when we started to win, like you saw it, my first like good game since that moment was the Shanghai game when I dropped 45. And when that 45 game hit, that was kind of the end of like the all right, it's paying off now. Like here we go.
Yeah.
And that was fun to me because I was finally able to read the field. I was able to read the field and like the 5 stars do. Like I understand what I'm seeing now. I understand it. Like I understand what you guys are seeing. I understand when you push something, it's because you're doing a 5 to 6 step process in your brain, and it all happens in 3 seconds. I understand that. I understand because I'm doing it too now. And I know the season ended bad, but this was the most competitive season the Trauma League has ever had. And 3 different teams won it at some point, right?
It was what are they called? Capital City. And then it
Cap
was
City.
LA. And it was LA twice, and then Pittsburgh, and then New
Yeah.
York, bro. So 4 teams.
Yep. And the best part about that wasn't even the other 3. It was the finals because that team, and I'm gonna glaze on New York. That team traded their guy. And they said, you know what? Get him back, bro. Get him back. And that's the opposite of what you see teams do. They're like, get him out of here. Let's get a 5-star. Get a top 5-star. No, they got Maddie back. And I know Maddie isn't a top 5-star, but he worked with that team. That team was like fucking jello, bro. Like they just gelled so good, man. Dom, Sonoma, like all them M1, like those guys were just locked in, bro. And like when you lock in as a team at one point, like you're able to lock in at an important moment. That's better than just a super team that should be beating everyone just rolling through the crowd.
Yeah.
Like that's just really cool to see, man. That's my favorite championship that I've seen in the Trauma League was that New York one, just because it was so like original. I was like, wow.
Damn. That might be mine too, bro. Like when you really think about
Yeah.
it, because like, I mean, for the whole, like you said, the whole season, it was just Cap City, the super team. All right, change the star system. Well, now LA is a super team, right? And then okay, now Pittsburgh is up there too. So we got 2 super teams, but they didn't really get to play each other because LA never made it to play Pittsburgh. And then it's like, all right, well, Pittsburgh's gonna win it now, bro. It's over. Like whoever, like New York, like what are we talking about, right? Like New York is cool. They've gotten some top 3s, some top 2s. Like I don't know if they can make it a championship, right? That's kind of like that was kind of the talks, and then you get into it, and Maddie was having. I mean, that might have been the greatest individual like performance, like run that we've seen by a player in any play. Like literally every season we get to is the most competitive season it's ever been, right? So that is the most competitive season it's ever been, like in terms of competition is what I mean, right? Like there's so much talent everywhere. The teams you're playing are infinitely better than the ones you played back in the day in season 1, right? And Maddie's out there just changed his name, Maddie Melts, right? He's back. It's no longer Beefaroni. It's Maddie Melt. He's frying everyone that he's playing. Then they get to the championship. You have a great series out of him. You also had a good one out of M1 Breakout, who's your 3-star, and he'll probably be a 4 moving forward.
Yep.
But like it was just stars aligned, and New York made a pretty improbable run, and they proved like you stick together, hard work pays off, and yeah, I don't know if we'll ever see that again. That was just insane.
Hey,
insane.
All I'm hearing is it's proof that a name change might make your stats go up. I changed mine. Maddie changed his. I'm just saying, like
that is true. What the heck? Wait, because you went from Thanos to Vandal, right?
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna switch back to Vandal. Yeah,
on, bro.
and then I pulled Murky Bird out because Vandal was my new account, and it got GA, and I was using, and that's when the Murky Bird run was starting right there because I had to use Murky Bird for a little bit because I was getting a shadow ban. I was like, I don't want the lobbies to be glitched out. I'm just gonna use Murky Bird.
Might have to investigate that.
Yeah, MVP Vic is coming back, yes, sir.
God,
that'd be hard.
dude.
Imagine, like, if you think about it. Yeah, if you think
about
it.
That's crazy. Peak.
That'd be crazy.
I like that. So that was good Trauma League stuff. But I just ask you one more, bro. Just kind of the floor is yours for that. But is there if there's one change or maybe a couple changes? I don't know. Let's kind of keep it short. 1 to 2 changes to the Trauma League, or additions or removals, anything. What would you want to add for this next season?
I'm so glad you asked me this question, man. I've been preaching this for a long time, but no one wants to share this opinion. I hope people watching this are sharing this opinion now. Let's at least make the Trauma League. It's competitive. Let's make it a little more fun, man. Let's add some maps in. if they make sense. Let's add some guns in if they make sense. And let's not just be like, whoa, these guns suck. Let's look at them. Let's look at these guns. Let's look at these maps, man. And if they don't make sense, let's put them in the G League. Let's let the G League try these things out. Because I know some of these OG players wouldn't care. They're like, yeah, that's fine with me. I don't care. I've talked to some of these guys. They'd be so down with that, you know? They'd be so down with that. And man, that'd be cool to see back in the Trauma League, like the season 1, bro.
Yeah.
Was adding the snipers back. And imagine if we added something else. I mean, this might not even work, right? This could be dumb. I haven't seen the new game isn't even out yet. What if you added in? Because like, what if there's one streak in the game? What if we added in some streaks that made sense? You know, like they didn't break the game and they weren't too OP, they weren't too trash. Made sense. Maps, guns, maybe streaks. That would be cool to see, man. Or at least, at the very minimum, push back on some of these GAs you see in the CDL, man. Just push back on some of them. That just like we're banning smokes.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, you can't shoot through it? All right, don't run in the smoke and try to shoot somebody. Like I don't know, bro. Like if someone throws a smoke at your feet and you can't shoot them, you're probably just trash, bro. Like if you get killed because someone throws a smoke at you, you might have to delete the game, brother. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah.
Like we're GA and knives? What the? Like whatever. Don't even get me started, bro. What are we doing? But whatever. That's what I would say. That's just me. As an OG COD player who doesn't cry about things. That's just me, bro.
I'm glad you mentioned that, man. We've had that conversation a lot, and I'll tell you now what I've told you before in private was the reason I don't. I want to do it. The reason I also don't want to do it mid-season, right? But like this would be the time is to do it before the season, kind of let people know, like, hey, this is what we're trying to do, and if you don't like it, I mean, there's a door, you know, like this is what it comes down to. But the reason I never really wanted to do it was because all the new people who joined, they're all dead set on this is CDL format, right? Like this is everything they do, we do in Mirrored, and it's like I don't know if we can add a new map, I don't know if we can add a new gun. It kind of changes it, but that is what the Trauma League was made for, right? Like it was kind of have fun, stuff like that. So,
but I agree with you, and there's nothing you can really do about that. Like you're doing the best you can, but I'll push back on these people saying that it's like you're gonna say the Trauma League's this little fun league, but then you're gonna when we try to add new stuff, you're gonna say, oh, we need to follow the CDL format. This is a competitive league. And I'm like, well, pick one, bro. Like, are you gonna talk down the Trauma League, or are we actually gonna make it more? Like, what are you gonna pick one, bro? You know.
That is true. I definitely will look into it, man. And it also just depends on the game, like you said. Like we could say all this, and it's like there's only 5 good maps in general.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But,
and we could just be forcing it. And it's like this doesn't work.
Yeah. But we definitely will look into it. So thank you for that reminder, and we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see the reaction there from the people.
Hey, maybe the G League. If it's that bad, maybe ask the G Leaguers. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, so I have a few rapid fire questions here, all right?
Okay.
First thing that comes to your mind, just say it. But this one is, what's something you wish more people knew about you?
Shoot, man. I mean, everyone knows I'm a down to earth guy, bro. A lot of people will attest to that, but dude, honestly, like I used to make music. I'm a big passionate music guy. And also I'm really into game design, man. Like on my free time I'll try to mess with some coding and stuff, but a lot of people don't know that, man. Those are kind of some hidden hobbies of mine, I guess. Not like too crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what I would say, man, because that would surprise people. That'll surprise people. That's what I would say.
If you never played COD competitively, what would you have competed in instead?
As a hobby, it's hard to say. Yeah, because it wouldn't be gaming. I would say football. I would say probably like wideout. I love playing wideout.
Yeah.
So I would say wideout.
I
had some hands. Right. I was pretty good at the route running. I wasn't like speedy, but I was a good route runner. You know, had some good hands.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite COD pro of all time?
Nade Shot, bro. Absolutely Nade Shot. Set the tone, paved the way. First individual sponsored by a company, the Gamer, yeah. One of the greatest OBJs of all time. Put some respect on Nade Shot's name. One of the GOAT OBJs. I don't care. Debate a wall. Yeah.
Favorite story game of all time?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
I've not played it. I played like the first 2 levels. I just never played it again. I need to get on that.
Listen, I did the same thing. I was like, too boring. I toughed out the snow.
That's what it was. It was like the snowy mountain and all that. Yeah,
toughed out the snow. It was rough to get through. It was slow. Once you get to the first city, after you get to your first camp, the game picks up a little bit and it's a little better. So
All right. Favorite COD gun of all time?
intervention, ACR close second. They never brought the intervention back. They may have like made a bad copy, but they never truly brought it back. Missed their chance. Missed it.
Yeah. Favorite team you've been on all time?
Stage 1 Kansas Kings. Yep.
Easy, lucky dude.
Easy, yep. If
Let's
it wasn't that
go.
team, I would say the Sharks, okay? Because I
Sharks.
had all the homies on it. It's just the way it
Yeah.
went, man. Just the way it went.
I ain't mad at you.
I'm mad at you.
All right. Favorite. Kind of have two that are the same.
Okay.
Let's just say it. We'll split them up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
give me. Doesn't really matter the number, but give me your favorite teammates of all time.
I'll say favorite teammates.
You do like four, maybe. Like a little.
Okay. I'll put
something.
I'll put you in there because I love competing with you. I love casually playing with you. On like the Trauma League.
Yeah.
Then I'll say Frost because I loved competing with him at the LAN. Is also a great teammate in general. I'll put Waves again. I'll put Waves. He's uncheckable. People can say he gets checked. That's fine. My experience is that compared to other people, he doesn't get checked a ton compared to what other people do. He's a good teammate, great teammate, always trying to get you better. Man, I'm gonna throw a little curveball. I'll say Eddie. I'll say Trauma Levels, man.
Damn.
That guy, I don't know what it was, man. That guy just didn't even understand the game like that. But he was just clutch, bro. He was just super clutch, bro.
Yeah.
If I got to play levels again with like up to date levels who played the game, that'd be a scary Eddie, bro.
Dude.
Scary Eddie.
Yeah, he was. I mean, imagine he knew the game for real, bro.
He didn't play like that. It's crazy, right? He didn't play like that. He was just him.
All right, so I got last two here for you, bro.
All right.
Best rapper of all time. Just real quick, get him out of the way.
Lil Wayne is the greatest rapper of all time, man. But I will throw Eminem in at 2, respectfully at number 2. Eminem had the greatest prime of all time of any artist. Hey, listen, maybe you can say Michael Jackson. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay, bro. That's okay. But Eminem had the greatest prime of any rapper of all time. And I'll say artist. You know what? I'll stand on it. Artist.
Yeah,
artist. Damn. Go look at the awards. No, really, people don't even know. Go look at the awards. He has awards people like kind of like, oh, first person to ever get these 3 awards. Like shit like that. Like just like, whoa, what the hell? Like just awards. The greatest lyricist of our time. And that's what really carries him up to that spot. It's just his lyricism, bro. Like he does some other stuff that are like, is mediocre, but greatest lyricist of all time, bro. Right next to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's lyricism is insane.
I like that.
Yeah.
Final one for these rapid fire ones. You might have to think about this one a little, but for the sake of this question, let's say it's a 5v5 game. So I want you to choose 4 players you've ever teamed with for a dream team for one last LAN.
One last LAN. Wow.
So just say it's a 5v5 COD for some reason, bro.
Dang. Okay. Okay. I'll say, it's gonna be a little bit similar, but this is gonna be a little. Okay, so I'll say Frost. I'll say Waves. I'll say you, Mr. Entity, and we're throwing in. I'm not on this team, right?
Yeah, you are.
On this team.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put me, and then I'll put Tyler.
Hey, oh, the good luck charm.
Paradise. Yeah, the good luck charm. And also, you have to throw a 3-star. You can't just throw a team full of Slayers. You got to throw a guy who just wants to win the game, purely doesn't care about his stats, just wants to win the game. And I know when I played with Tyler, I didn't like him sometimes in the game because just stuff wouldn't. We disagreed. We'll just say that. We disagreed. But it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, we would all click and we get the job done together. And I'm like, you know what? I'll throw Tyler in there for the good luck charm, like you just said. Yep.
Damn, bro.
Yep.
I feel like I got to sacrifice myself and let Eddie in, bro.
Eddie,
oh my God, bro.
See, that's okay. But when you ask that, I'm thinking if I had to win the game. If I throw Eddie in there now, I'm like, maybe.
True.
Prime Eddie, maybe, but Eddie didn't play like that. He was just him. Like, sure, now if we throw, if you say Eddie has a Series X controller and he's been playing for the last month, I'm like, oh yeah, get that man in there right now.
Get the guy in there, bro.
Sub him in, coach. Get him in.
Oh yeah, I like it, man. So Frost, Waves, myself, paradise, and you
Yep.
round it off. Let's go win that land,
Yep.
baby. Come on.
Let's go, Lynn Allen. Come on, man.
Love that. I think that's pretty much it, man. We've been going for an hour 20. I think that's some good time, honestly. Maybe a bit of an
Sweet.
extended episode for the first one. Don't know. We'll see. Could
Yeah.
be the norm. But
Okay.
I mean, same thing we do like in the interviews, bro. The floor is yours. If there's really anything you want to say, maybe something you didn't get to expand on, or like you want to leave people with a piece of your mind, bro. You know what you got to say to the people, folks at home watching this shit.
Um. For people who want to go do something with your life, bro, just don't make excuses, man. I kind of expand on that with COD, bro, like with the GAs and shit. I just feel like that's a crazy excuse. But just don't make excuses for your gameplay, your internet. Don't make excuses for your ping. Anything in life, bro. The less excuses you make, the more lucky you become. You know, you don't have to be religious, but God doesn't like people who complain. So if you're an unlucky person, it's time to start, living a little better. And shout out Trauma League, man. It's the greatest organization, community on earth, man. Shout out the Trauma merch, bro. Go get you some, man. It's good. It's good quality merch. Good, decent price too, man. Decent price for what you see online. And I love the Trauma, man. I love Trauma, bro. Everyone in it, beautiful people, bro. I hope people just keep bringing people in Trauma, man, and just make it better.
Mr. Vandal, Mr. Nolan, founding father, OG, man, OG.
Come on, man.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Appreciate you being our first ever guest, man. I think it's gonna be a fun episode for sure. I think this is a really good way to kick it off. Appreciate you taking time out to come over. And I mean, hey, for everyone who's stayed here this long, this is our second time recording it. Actually, we had to go back and fix some things, so I think this one's a lot better. So you get to see the good product. But appreciate you, man. Everyone go get your merch. Tune in to all the socials. Tune into the Twitch. That's our main thing. But the Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, IG, Twitter, bro, we're everywhere. Trauma.org on everything. Appreciate everyone who watched. Y'all have a good one. We're out of here. Much love, man.